So one of the things I remember about being a student in K-12 was when they would roll the encyclopedia carts into the classroom. Whether we were doing a project or a research, or looking up information about different planets in the solar system, that was a pretty regular occurrence. And it was this really good representation of what it looked like to have knowledge shared, because they would just roll in these big old carts and everyone would race for the letter M, because most everything you need to research starts with M or R, very Wheel of Fortune style. So as a part of that, I contrast that with my experience of being like, there's knowledge, it's discrete, it's in a book, this is where you get it, and those types of resources were only available to me in school. Contrasting with kind of more recent experiences. So I very clearly remember driving my child and chatting with him on the way home one afternoon when he was in kindergarten. So this is 15 years ago from today. And he asked a question about, why is there a door handle above the driver's side and passenger side door? I only knew that handle for the fact that my parents would grab it when we were learning to drive. But I was like, I actually don't know. Like, why do we have those, built into vehicles? I'm like, we'll have to look that up when we get home. That's my experience, going to a knowledge source, being able to get it. As a kindergartner, he reflected back to me from his car seat in the back, "Mom, just ask the woman on your phone." And that was the first time I realized that he was of a very significantly different generation when it came to education and knowledge. My default is go find an answer in some discrete space. His reality is that those answers are readily available to him at any time, at any place, through the technology that we now carry with us on a day-to-day basis. So in thinking about that shift of where I was as a kid versus where our current generation, let alone the ones who are in our schools today entering as kindergartners are, I think it's important to realize that their needs in the classroom are also significantly different than mine were when I was in the classroom. I now have access to the encyclopedia cart full-time. And it's really now a question of how the teachers harness that ability to access information to be able to make it relevant to me. Back to the story about choosing my own science fair project, if I have access to all the information, the question is no longer, can I find the right answer? It is more so, do I have agency to design a purpose for why that information is relevant to me?